All right, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, um, good evening, depending what time you're watching this. Um, we have some very important information that we're gonna be talking about. I know that the main topic here will be um, single family home versus manufactured homes. Yes, that is important. However, I know that all of you want to know how is the market reacting. There's a lot of noise happening. If you've been watching my videos since the beginning of the year, this is exactly what I told you guys was going to be happening. I know a lot of people, you guys want to be optimistic, and that is very good. But at the end of the day, we got to be serious. I am here I could have been totally wrong. Okay. So, nevertheless, let's hit with that intro. Let's go. All right, guys. My name is Dany Lopez. I'm your Houston Realtor. If you haven't known by now, but I'm here just to share the real estate news and help you guys overall understand your what you're going through, right? If you're looking to sell, to buy, whatever it is. If you have questions, and if you're tuning in right now, if you have questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them. But okay, overall, I guess I have clients that sometimes they debate, not totally sure on what they want to purchase. Sometimes they feel like going to a single family home. It's normally the majority, right? But from time to time, you have the questions of uh buying a manufacturer home, and which is fine. But you need to understand that it's two different things, right? um, Manufacturer homes normally tend to lose value real quick. Okay, you're talking about 10 to after 10 years, their value starts going down. So that's something that you need to be aware of. Compared to your traditional home, you know, the most agents say that the value keeps going up, but that's not always the case. Yes, there's always the possibility that there's how can I say it? The possibility of value going up, it's greater, right? Just like there's times like the market goes up and down, but for the most point, it's gonna be going up. Um, so that's that. You also need to be taking consideration, and when you're buying a manufacturer home, is that the location. It's really hard to find a location on where you're gonna buy uh, this manufacturer. Not especially here in Houston, you're gonna be very hard to find a place that is non-restricted that you could park your manufacturer home and then put it um, in a nice secure place. So that's gonna be a hard task. Yes, you can find one. I'm pretty sure you can, but you gotta understand that some of these places rent out the lot. Okay, so that's another fee on top of it compared to a traditional home that it's gonna be it's gonna be there, right? Well, the way you see it, whether you can move it or not, but it's there. It's your land. Some of these both type of properties sometimes have HOA. Most likely, they don't manufacture compared to a single family home, traditional home, but it's doable. If you were to ask me which one I would prefer, I will go with a traditional home, unless I'm moving out of the city. I'm moving out of all these things. I'm moving out of the city and I don't want to be stuck there. But other than that, I will go for a traditional home. I think that my first initial will be to get a uh, a traditional home. Okay. But with that being said, I would suggest a traditional home, like I just finished saying, and unless I'm going to really go out of city limits and stuff like that, and there's no way I could find a traditional home, then I will go for a manufactured home, which they're not bad. They're making it really good, but the the duration of it and thinking that I'm gonna get more money after I want to sell it, not so. But with that being said, everybody must be wondering how is the market. I wanted to touch this really quick. I probably go more in depth next week or the following week. But guys, we are slowly coming into a buyer's market. Any agent that is telling you no, well, here in Houston, in at least what I'm seeing, right, on the areas that I'm covering, but I would just show you. Okay, I'd rather show you so you could see. Let me see here. What are we shifting into? Okay, let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Let me share my entire screen. Is this? I think it's this. Yes. I'd rather show you so you could see. Right here. This is direct source from what we are seeing in the market right now. There's 6,000 listings, right? That's okay. Back in the market, around almost 900. Property decreased. It's almost 9,000. No, almost, okay, 8,523 properties right now. This is single family homes, just single family homes. If I put all, it probably go even higher. Yeah, 12, right? But if you're looking for single family homes, there are 8,500 properties that just reduce their property, that just reduce their price. Okay, this is important, letting you know there's a shift. Okay, if you look at everything that is going on right now in the world, nobody is confident. Okay, this is what normally happens when there's a lot of noise, right? When there's a lot of movement, people don't feel safe. People don't feel secure. So this is what tends to happen. Okay. So it's very important that you take a look. If you are considering purchasing, this is an opportunity. I get clients all the time that they want to wait to buy, right? Because they want prices to come down. But we don't understand is that prices only come down when things are not secure, when there's no uncertainty. Okay, when things are really good, when we have money saved and everybody is it's good, when that's when prices starts going up because the confidence and the security, everything, it's on your favor, so prices will go up. You need to buy when things are, unfortunately, prices come down when these things are happening in the world, right? It's telling you right now, properties are staying longer in the market. So if you look right here, oh, okay. See this little arrow right here, the little dot? It's more. It's not in the middle no more. It's over here. It's shifting to a buyer's market. This is, we have 4 months of inventory right here. Okay? This is things that you need to take in consideration. In the month of, this is county, I think Harris County. Oh, I haven't said the county. But there's properties that are staying longer. So what happens? The property stays longer, prices need to come down. You as a buyer need to go in there and negotiate and see if you could come down a little bit more. This is the time for you. Now, if you're a seller, if you've been taking care of your home, if you've been taking care of everything that you need to be taken care of and not leave everything for the last minute, I think I did a video on how you could maximize and prevent to, lose more money, because at the end of the day, you're losing more money and get your house sold. So this is very important. If we look at May's compared to 2024 to 2025, you can see clearly there. Let's switch this around so you guys can see. There's already a change. If you look, total properties for sale. So there's more properties for sale now. But why is that, Dany? You gotta understand that property are lasting longer. So if a property would take 2 or 3 months, of course there's going to be less properties. The property is taking more to sell, so there's going to be more properties on that month. Total value, there's more. It's higher. Total active listings. Look at this. It's over 30% higher. 30% higher than last year, right? Properties are staying longer. The longer the property stays in the market, the better for the buyer. You can negotiate. You got a desperate seller. Some sellers are just knuckleheads and don't want to reduce the price, do not want to negotiate because they feel that somebody's is gonna value their property at the price they want, which is it could happen, but that is really, really low expectations. Okay. Single family homes for sale, everything, all of this is going to be higher because it just makes sense. And now here's the price reductions. Single family average prices has gone down 0.7, right? It has begun. And please, if you are a buyer, don't think, oh, I'm waiting for it to go lower. No, don't do that. Don't do that, because that means once it starts going lower, you giving the chance to somebody else to come and negotiate. You don't want two people negotiating. You just want yourself to be negotiating, and that's it. You negotiating directly with the seller. The more you wait for these prices to start coming down, you giving the opportunity for somebody else to come in and bid you out. And instead, the prices, you're going to end up paying more, right? Single median sales price says right here, it has gone down 1.2. Again, another signal that we are shifting to a buyer's market. Don't wait. I don't know if I'm the first one for you hearing this or you're the second one. I don't know. But don't wait, when everybody is screaming it, because then at that point everybody knows. So don't be that. Don't wait too long. Inventories. Okay, 1 month, 3 months inventory. Okay, for single family home. This has changed. We went into we went from 3.9 to 5.2. This is how long it's taking to sell a home. Now, it doesn't break it down if it's luxury. It doesn't break it down if it's a medium-sized home. It's just home in general. This is a lot. We went from 3, 4. I remember to 2023 it was less than this. So, guys, it's time. It's time to wake up. But you're gonna tell me, oh, but sales pending, it's up, and that is good. You know why? Because there's more options. There's more property left over, so people are still wondering. But yes, that is good. And if you still not convinced that we are heading into or we are entering a buyer's market. Look, I just did a quick research. It says right here, Houston real estate is currently shifting in favor to buyers with a potential slowdown in home sales and increased inventory. Boom. Even Google knows that. Even Google knows it. Okay? So this is what I'm seeing, and according to Redfin, right? It says compared to local cities, neighborhoods, median sales price 23 lower than the national average. Overall national average. Okay, it doesn't really say anything else other than that. Let me see what's this here. How does no price drops? Homes with price drop 35%. Not too far from what we saw over here. Not too far. Okay, prices are coming down. I'll keep it short. Okay, I won't take more of your time, but prices are coming down. This is your chance to take advantage. This is your chance to call your lender, call your realtor, and get it going. You don't need to select a home right now. You actually got choices. You can negotiate. Okay. Um, but yeah, that is all what I gotta say for now. I hope you found this information. Also, a home and manufacturer. If you have more questions about that, I'll be more than happy to share more information about that. So yeah, have a good one, and I hope to see you next week. Thank you. Ciao. Bye.